All right, fastest 15 minutes on social media, fastest 15 minutes on the internet. My name is Judson Powell. Okay, so I've been going in on y'all people that's not voting because it's completely 100% ignorant. It's not even ignorant, it's ignorant. All right, because like I was trying to tell y'all yesterday, and I'm just going to reiterate this because y'all keep on. First of all, you need to get more than just a meme internet education. If you don't know civics, then go take a civics class. You don't know how the government runs. You don't know who invented the government. Black people invented the government. Africans invented the government. All right? John Hanson, a black man, a Moor, was the first president of the United States. And then they kicked him out. All they do is take stuff and steal it, and then y'all let them have it. Basically. Y'all built everything. Y'all farmed the land. We taught them how to farm. We taught them everything. And then y'all just say, I ain't going to vote. Now, let me explain something to you. When you don't vote, that's why I gave the example of Stacey Abrams yesterday. Stacey Abrams would be the governor right now. She would be the governor of Georgia. All right? One of the most racist states in the nation. She would be, and the only thing that they have is voter suppression. And they have made a concerted effort to suppress your vote, and you're just falling for it. You just gonna look. They've been sending y'all to the back door so long that y'all just gonna go right to the back door on your own now. It's like, hey, we this ain't our system. We don't have, and then y'all be walking around talking about black power. Where is it? It ain't no black power. Black power where? Where's all this black power? If y'all don't vote, then what power y'all got? And let me tell you something else. Economic power and voting power and political power all go hand in hand. Okay, if I'm lying, I'm dying. Guess what? If there is no voting, you're not gonna get nothing. They're not gonna get. We never gonna get reparations if we don't vote. Because that's the only thing we got. It's just like when we do boycotts. When people threaten to take their money, what happens? If we all say, "Oh, we're not gonna spend no money with this company," they change because they want your money. You the biggest consumers. We got more people. And stop believing the whole minority thing. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. Look, I still had, I got people because they looked at the video yesterday and they looked at the things that were on the internet that I put on the internet yesterday, and they were like, because I quoted Jesse Jackson. And that's why I keep telling y'all got to listen to the elders and the ancestors because they know what they talking about. They done had experience. So what you're going to do is let them get all knocked in the head like years ago, but y'all not going to listen to what they learned from getting knocked in the head. It's stupid. That's not smart. That's not ingenious. Okay, so now let me tell you. See, I had this conversation. The funny thing is, I had this conversation with Brother Jackson, and he can't even go out there and say it because y'all, everybody walk around. This one lady gotta keep hoping. Yeah, you're a slave. Keep hope alive and all this stuff, right? But let me tell you, Barack Obama won 2 terms as president. He won 2 terms as president by using the strategy that Jesse Jackson developed in 1984. And that you can use in order to take power, real black power in this country. He discovered in 1984 when he was running for president, or 83 or whatever, but he discovered that every state, what they did was they did a grassroots thing in every state. And in the counties that were the majority black, right? Every time they had a county that was majority, they didn't lose not one county. Because what? They registered and they voted. And like I keep telling everybody, he would have won had he kept his mouth. The only thing that prevented Jesse Jackson from winning the presidency back then was the fact that he said some disparaging things about Jewish people. Right? And so the Jews got, he called New York Jaime Town. Go look it up. Look it up. Y'all always so savvy. Look it up. It's there. The records are there. The receipts, as y'all say, are there. Y'all be talking about this, the stupidest stuff. It's like seize power. If you really want to have black power, then seize it. Vote. Like I said about Stacey Abrams. Stacey Abrams would be the governor of Georgia right now. 500,000 unregistered black voters in Atlanta alone. 500,000 people. The Mississippi Delta, right? The Mississippi Delta and the Tidewater area, which includes Virginia, South Carolina, and North Carolina, is one of the largest high-density black areas. Why do I know this? I know this because I used to be a radio announcer. And I used to be a program director. I programmed 42 radio stations across the country. And when I was doing that, guess what we found out? And why do you think in every major city, what's the number one station in pretty much in every major city across the United States of America? It's a black station. I mean, seriously, go and look this stuff up. I'm not lying to you. Look it up. Like I tell y'all all the time, don't just take my word for it. Go do the research. Go study. That's why everybody, when they start talking about it, like, look, go study, because you don't know what you're talking about. So then y'all, okay, and so look, so we know that this is true. We are the majority. We are not the minority. Stop believing all of that BS. Oh, well, you know, it's the white. It is not the white man's system. Stop that. John Hanson was not a white man. Benjamin Banneker is not a white man. Go look them up. They were Moors. We civilized the Moors civilized the entire world. And y'all always like to quote all this stuff. They were cave dwellers. We created them. Read Elijah Muhammad. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad talked about it. That we created the Caucasian civilization. Actually, black people created them. That's why there are 2 creation stories in the Bible. Read it. Look it up. And stop doing stuff by default. Y'all just give up. That's what, look, not voting and just dropping out, oh no, you know, it's the white man's system. No, it's not. They didn't create nothing. Where are the first libraries? Bali? Timbuktu? Alexandria? And not even Alexandria, that ain't even the real name. But where were the first libraries? Where is all of the information stored? Who were the first engineers? Who were the first doctors? Who were the first master builders? Where do y'all think they got all this stuff from? How do you think they ran El Kebulon without representative democracies? And you don't see all the bull crap? The propaganda and everything, all of that is made up to make you think that you're inferior, and you are not. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to be smarter than that. And then their whole objective is voter suppression, and you just walking straight into it. Come on. Even let's go back to Stacey Abrams. When Stacey Abrams was running, they found ballots in back rooms and stuff. Why do you think they made all of these laws? Like if you were a convicted felon, or if you were or anything like that, you couldn't vote. Why do you think they did that? And then what they did was they systematically put you in jail. And it wasn't the Democrats. The Democrats, that's another thing. The Democrats have been in power since 1980. They have been in power for 2 years, where they had the president and the 2 houses of Congress, the House of Representatives and the Senate. You can't, if you're a president and you don't have the Congress support, what you gonna do? Y'all want to talk about the crime bill? The crime bill was motivated by conservative Republicans. Ronald Reagan first. Look up the Willie Horton thing. Ronald Reagan put crack cocaine on the street, not no Democrat. And then they privatized prisons and jails. They privatized prisons and jail, and they invested in prisons and jails. And then they allocated money. These are Republicans, not Democrats. Then they allocated money to do what? They allocated money per prisoner. That's how they made money. You wasn't nothing but a dollar bill to them. And it was what? The federal government that did it. Because they were in control, because they vote. Look, when Obama got in there, the last time that it was the president and the Senate and the House of Representatives was when Obama got in. The midterm elections, guess what? The midterm elections, y'all didn't vote. The midterm elections came around and then y'all didn't vote, and the Republicans took control of Congress again, and they have not relinquished it since. That's why you gotta vote. Because you can't, who you gonna go to? And with the crime bill, the whole thing with the crime bill was just written by Joe Biden, but it was supported by everybody. Why? Because the crime was in our neighborhoods. They wasn't selling crack cocaine in the suburbs. They wasn't selling crack cocaine in rich white neighborhoods. There were open air drug markets. People were being shot and killed every single day in every major city in the United States of America because of the Iran-Contra deal that Ronald Reagan, a conservative Republican, put together. So all of this stuff that's being said, y'all are stupid. I'm just going to say it. Y'all dumb as a box of rocks if y'all fall for this voter suppression stuff. Really, you are. And all of this black power and this, you ain't got no power. And the other thing is, and this whole thing with Boyce Watkins, that's another thing. Dr. Boyce Watkins is a coon. He working for the Republicans. He working for Trump. Believe it, because of the rhetoric that he's spewing. And all it is semantics. He, changing, well, we ain't supposed to be voting for the, one slave master over another. Yeah, that's ridiculous. And then to sit up there and say people didn't die or sacrifice so that you would have the right to vote, that is ridiculous. I mean, come on. Know your history. Know your history. This ain't even about white people. It's about knowing all of the people that sacrificed blood, sweat, and tears for you to have the rights to vote, to have civil rights, all of that. And people talk about, but if you were that, where you gonna go? Where's your sovereign land? Where you gonna go? The only place you can go is back to Africa. That's the only real thing that we own. But everybody ain't gonna go back to Africa. I mean, come on, y'all, wake up. Y'all talk about y'all woke. Y'all ain't woke. Woke to what? Apathy is not a strategy. So doing nothing, look, that even goes against universal law. There has to be cause and effect. There has to be action. There has to be work. Those are universal laws. Without those, there's nothing. Y'all just lazy and don't want to put in the work. That's what it is. Oh, so this is a representative democracy. So y'all elect somebody and then you just want to sit at home and not support them. That's why I try to tell y'all, the Tea Party, just like when the Tea Party Republicans came around, when they had some stuff that they wasn't happy with, they was out in the street every day. And y'all don't want to do nothing. Y'all just want to sit up there and complain, talk about what somebody didn't do for you. But what did you do? What did you do for yourself? What did you do for yourself? And everybody that why do y'all think voter suppression is their strategy? And y'all playing right into it. Just right into it. It's easy. And whatever, hey, look, if Trump wins, y'all deserve it. Because they ain't gonna do nothing. Why do you think that y'all get a $1,200 stimulus checks and they getting $1.2 million stimulus checks? And you gonna tell me that voting ain't important? Yeah, right. They giving rich people millions. in recovery. And the other thing is, in that $1,200, that they giving y'all, that ain't nothing but corporate welfare, because y'all ain't got no money. So as soon as you get to $1,200, what are you gonna do? You gonna pay your bills, and who gonna get it? The white man. Anyway, Fast 15 Minutes is up. I'm all right. Peace.